the left and right arrow key controls. So, you see we have lots of animating frames. Mario slider, I really like the costume, but we will also want these animating frames. So, when the green flag is clicked, when the up arrow is pressed, switch costume to Mario jump and then walk. And it also seems that it's a bit weird. So now if we have Mario, we don't want the jump cause it look weird. Whatever. So you say we want scrolling. So okay, let's create a camera X for all sprites. So let's see. How it works is this is the scratch frame. We have the start and red flag, and then I'm so good at drawing, but let's say our terrain is here and this is all we could see on the screen, but in real life it goes all the way off the screen and it just scrolls in and out and in and out. So there are two ways. One way is that you could have many different costumes where you have, oops, that's a bit ugly. So you can have many costumes, each one representing a portion of the level like this, and then we will piece it together to make something like this, where you put the level together. And I can see that it looks pretty nice. Look, and then the other way is to have a miniature version of your level, but enlarging it so it's a big level. This is a bit messy, so we will leave. So, the way I did on this platformer, why does he keep on jumping? But the way I did on this platformer is I made it super big. So the thing is, this level you see here is scrolling in and out like that. So yeah, let's do that. First thing, we need some adjustments. Bitmap usually does better in this, but watch what happens if we set size to something like 400. It only sets it to 150 because Scratch thinks, well, if your sprite is too big, well then what will it look like? It will look like a big blur, so it could only limit sprite size. So the thing you do to make it not do this is trick it in. So first name this level blank. And so here's what we do. The green flag click, switch costume to blank, and then set size to something like 500, and look, it now works. But the reason you cannot see the level is because it's not high enough. There, we can now see the level. I will move it down a bit. So So you see the level's now really big, like that. So now that we can see the really big level, we can play it. But before we could do that, there's one thing. We need the thing. We need to make it scroll. So you could forever loop go to 0, -50, 28, let's say. And so that will do it. And change your camera X to slider and change the range from 100 from 480 and negative, oh no, 240. And then that will make it. And now we could scroll around the level. So if you want more, then just change the values. And look, we can now see the level. So you could change the slider range to something big, like 1,000. There. And then set camera X to 0. And you could see the entire level. So, how do we make it scroll with Mario? Well, make another green flag click by duplicating and check for the key left arrow pressed. Now let's make speed X. And if the left arrow is pressed, the thing you do is that going left is going this way. So you will set speed X to 0 first, and we don't need this jump stuff or anything. And so we have to repeat until the left arrow is not pressed. So if it is not pressed, then we just repeat until it's not pressed. We change speed X by 1, and we change camera X by speed X. And you can test this by seeing it works. But it goes so fast. That's a bit too fast. So if speed X gets greater than 14, let's say, then set speed X to 14. And look, now our sprite does not go too fast, but you see how Mario is sinking into the ground a bit? Well, we'll just change this a little to 10 or something. And now look, he sinks less. Oh, wait. And so then look, he sinks less. And that's great. So, next, we can duplicate this. Oh yes, and you see how we're moving smoothly, but when we stop, it's immediately, so Mario will probably trip. And that's gonna give him a concussion, so let's better not do that. Let's try out repeating until, outside the loop. Let's create a program. Repeat until repeat until speed X equals 0. Or we can repeat until the left arrow is pressed once again, so that we could keep on going. And drag this big thing inside, and we will set speed x to speed x multiplied by 0.9. So the greater this 0.9 is to 1, the faster, the more smoothly it'll go, but 0.9 is great for now. And just put it in here. And then test it out. And then change camera X by speed X. And you will see Mario is now smooth. How smooth is that? Oh, he fell off. Now, just duplicate this big program, and if key right arrow is pressed, and just set everything to the opposite, less than -10, then set it to -10, and then do right arrow, and now you see we can move left and right. Oops. Speed X. We could move very fast. As you can see, we are moving very fast right now. So, down here, we could fix that later, 'cause nobody cares. So, next we could give the player some animation. Let's see. If we want the player to be animated, we can't have him just walking like this. So, let's try giving him animation. If left arrow pressed, then next costume. Oh gosh, he is moving very fast. And he's also not moving in the right direction. Well, let's get Mario moving in the right direction. So, if the right arrow, left arrow is pressed, point in direction left. Oh my, you see, he's now upside down. Well, that's simply because you could set it to left, right in direction. And now you see, that's the right side, but what about the right arrow? Well, right arrow, we could do the same. Next costume, except this time point in 90. Oh gosh, Mario, what is happening? Okay, our game looks a bit weird. That's so funny looking. So you could fix this by broadcasting. Let's try something out. So now that he's animated, if you duplicate these, he will now walk better. Look at him. He's a fast Mario. Haha, fast Mario. Well, that's it, folks. Oh, whoa, he's in the sky. What's going on, Mario? Oh, gosh, you're scary. Mario is in the sky. Ha ha ha. So let's go. Goodbye, me dudes.